So this is I guess gonna be the beginning of day 4 video. I'm not actually doing anything today. I just kind of showed up to look at my work back there after it rained, and the owner has come up with these dirt pans right here. One of these, I'm thinking, is this one right here. He bought from somebody and needs some work on it. He said he'd bought some hoses. I'm sure the cylinder is probably not any good, but he's supposed to be working on this so that we can get some dirt hauled. And he's got another one back here that he's borrowed from somebody, and it's supposed to work, but I think he said the door was messed up in it or whatever, so that it's not going to close off all the way, which that's probably not going to be an issue for the sticky clay that we have. So this one's supposed to operate here, I believe. So this is what we're going to be using to move some of the dirt back there. These are 5-yard pans because there's no way to get a dump truck back there. The ground's too soft and we don't have a dump truck anyway, but if we did, you couldn't get it within 300 foot, so that's really not ideal. So this one of these, I guess we're going to try to get to operate, or he is. So this scraper right here that he bought that I don't know where he got it from, if he got it at auction or what, but it's actually a 6-yard pan. I don't even think he knows that. He said they were 5 yards, but this is actually 6. Guys, so this is our job site, what it's looking like. Still kind of a mud hole. This is starting to dry out. It just rained yesterday a good bit. I just kind of want to come over here and look today and see how everything did. This is our culvert that we put in right here. This is the downhill side of it where we dug this trench all the way out, and that appears to be pretty well right there. It's the rain that we had. I was thinking that, you know, this was going to fill in like this and make a flat bottom, which it did, the sediment, because I had overdug this trench right here a little bit, and we just need some dry weather and got to get some more dirt moved back here so we can get this stuff leveled out. And our mud pile right here has got to dry up some, and we're still holding water over here in this ditch, but it was so muddy over here the other day. I like to get the dozer stuck in that right there, so all I could do was kind of push this mud back and try to make a drainage trench so that would kind of drain right there, and until this here dried out, and I can get it, you know, pushed back up after this water and stuff dries out, and cut the ditch more like it's supposed to be. It wasn't so much I could do with it there the other day. This side over here, I was able to do a little bit more width, pretty close to what it's going to be anyway. You can see how this one here comes down straight shot right into the culvert right there. That's kind of what I had in mind. There's going to be some more dirt put on this road here. It's a little low still, and got to let on this water to dry out of right here the ditches so that I can you know, get my edges cut in and everything. But that's kind of how she's going to go. This side here looks like it's draining pretty well, best I can tell. We still got to have some dirt on this side as well. It's a little low right here on this second house right here. And this here was all mud. I couldn't even smooth it out. I was trying to back drag it, and the dozer was sinking in so bad it just wasn't nothing I could do with it but leave it alone. My mic could hop on the dozer and smooth that out a little bit since I'm over here. But it's all still low right in here, and this was still mud the other day when I was here. But just need a little more dry weather, a little more dirt. That there is about like I left it. I knew that was going to hold water. It's still low right there. See, you can tell where it comes off of the pad right there, where it comes out the back of that house, that it just dropped straight off right there. But looks pretty good from that view. All right, guys, so I did some measuring with the laser, shot some grade, and it's not as low in here as I thought it was. It's a 0.5% like it's supposed to be, from the front of the houses to the back roughly. But the end of the pads here, where this comes out, on this particular pad here, is 5% from the end of the concrete right here, out here 25 foot where I measured, the mark in the dirt right here, before it starts dropping off real hard to the ditch, is 5% from here to there, which is fine. This one over here is a little bit steeper, I can tell that, but I don't think we're going to need as much dirt as I originally thought. And it's fixing to rain again. If you look back over there, you can tell. So I went ahead and put my laser up, because that thing ain't cheap, and the rain's going to be here very shortly. But I think what I'm going to wind up doing, and I talked to the owner about this the other day, mentioned it to him, is instead of having this where it slopes off real hard into the ditch, I'm thinking about cutting it, you know, at say maybe a 1% slope or something, and kind of making a road right here and letting this drop off just a little bit steeper right here. And you know, we're building this up out here. We may use some dirt to build this up, or I can cut this down and make this come down a little bit steeper, say 6 or 7% slope, probably more like that one there, and have where you come out of the door right here and come down, and then you'll have a pretty flat surface across here, or you know, relatively flat to drive across when it's dry, which it seems to be drying pretty good compared to what it was, because it was just staying wet out here for, you know, weeks on end. And it just rained yesterday, quite a good rain. I believe it was yesterday. No, that was the afternoon before. So it's been about a day and a half, 2 days, I guess, since it finished raining. But it's dried up out here quite nicely compared to what it was. But thinking I could put him some kind of little drivable path right through here and not have to add very much dirt in between right here. And instead of driving across up here at the top, you drive across down here at the bottom, and you'll be able to swing and turn into the doors. Well, the rain got here, as you see. I about got soaking wet. I pushed a little dirt right there. You probably can't see anything over there. But anyway, I did push a little bit of dirt around over there until it started raining. I was afraid my mud was going to dry out. Nope, not today. Not today at all. Alright guys, so I've got probably 5 loads of dirt pushed up between that pile and this other pile over here that I'm cutting down. Right there. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm making a road down by the ditch over here. Let me hop out. So I've got probably 5 loads of dirt pushed up between this pile and this pile, and I'm cutting in a road down here to drive on beside this ditch, as you see right here, that's going to be at a little less of an angle. And then this here, I'm going to taper this back up. That's what I've been working on, but it's raining, and I can't do a whole lot with it. I need to set up a laser, which I can't do in the rain, and so I'm just going to call it quits for today. Alright guys, so this right here is where we were working there the other afternoon. It was all wet and mud hole. This over here on the right is still a little bit too wet to get to spread and smooth out real good, and it needs to dry a little more. It's starting to dry on the top, but it's a little bit mushy when you drive across it, and so it wants to clump together instead of you know, spread like it should. I messed with that there yesterday, and you can tell down here it's still wet, but we may need a little bit more dirt in there. We're having some issues with the dirt pan we're using. The door's broken, that thing, and it don't want to dump. He's going to try to get the other one going for us, get something going with it, but doing a little work on this road right through here, as you can see. And I think I've talked him into let's putting a culvert right here, so this little road area that I'm driving on right here will connect to the road that we built up there where we installed the other culvert at. So we should be able to put a culvert right there and tie that in and drive straight across that road and go on behind, and that way you'll have access to every house. So I guess that's what I'm going to start on now. Alright, so I figured I'd get a little bit of shot, a few shots out of the truck here. You can see here we got this one done, this valley here, and it runs out. I'm making this road where we can drive across here a little bit lower than what the valley is between the houses, so the water will run across, and you can see kind of how I got that cut in there. I'm not done with it. I'm just kind of jumping around with the places that I don't need dirt till he can get some kind of way to move some dirt and that's not too wet. So I'm kind of jumping here, there, and yonder. So really not done with anything, but this one here is the closest, probably the closest to being done here. So we're going to see if we can put a culvert in. We're going to reuse that culvert we dug out down there and put it right here where it ties into this road here. So let's get started. So I got my laser set up roughly, just looking at the corner of the blade and the height of that culvert, so I can start cutting. And I'm going to try to drag some of that dirt there back and bring it back this direction, because that's kind of where the culvert needs to go, is over that way a little bit, I believe. Yeah, so we're still doing a little bit on the road over there. Yesterday it got dark on me. I got to go back around there and look at that. But looking at this over here on this side, this is one of the last, I think this is the last house that we got to do something in between here. This is where the transformers and stuff come in, and it looks like it's all low right here. I can't really cut around these transformers, you know, deeper to go any deeper. That's probably 6 inches of water in there. So this, he can't mow any of this. But I don't know, like I say, how deep the wire. What they did was they built the transformer pads in the drainage ditch, basically, and dammed up the water. And I don't know how deep the wire is coming to these transformers. And so I'm pretty hesitant on cutting down through here very deep. I don't know, I may could take off a few inches there and help, but I think adding some dirt right there would help as well. I don't know how deep the stuff is buried. It should be down a couple of foot, but whether it is or not, I have no idea. We have the same sort of issue on this side of the road over here. This is directly across from the transformers on the opposite side. And as you see, there's a ditch here with no slope. I think this got messed up when they put the well in back here. I think the drainage from this got messed up. As you can see, it was supposed to go down over to the left and down through the middle. So I think they disturbed that. I don't know how deep the water lines and stuff may be going across here, and the power, I guess the power comes out of that shed there from the transformers. I'm guessing there's some water lines coming across here somewhere though. I think all this is going to need some dirt in here. It looks low. So this is our road. Topped it with some clay out of the ditches right there. Got the two culverts put in on the other end down there. I'm not done. I got to come back and kind of slick this clumps up. I had my laser set up over here, and so I couldn't get over there. But I'm just going to slick this up a little bit. It's not really packed in, so it's going to rut up. And it got dark on me last night whenever I was finishing up, or trying to finish up. And so it's supposed to rain a ton. I'm gonna try to slick this out in a little bit, just on the edges a little bit, and let it rain and compact, and they're driving on it. And then I'll go back and slick it off and make sure it's crowned and everything. The water should come out of these culverts here and go all the way down there to the culverts. This gate is offset to the left of the house. It's not perfectly centered between here, so the road kind of runs a little bit to the left. But I try to put the culverts in on the right of the gate and the left of the gate at the same spot, but they're offset a little bit off center of the house because that's the way the gate is. Alright guys, that is the sixth house right there. Dirt buggy right there, filling that in. It's dried out somewhat. Need just a little bit more dirt right there on the fans. Don't have another dirt buggy or dirt pan running yet, so it's good enough for right now. I've got the slope and everything done. We've got our little road here that we're gonna be able to drive across, or he will, right here. So the water should drain here. This is pretty well level there across there. This is the next one. It's pretty well done. This here is also done on this fourth house here. And we got both culverts in. The road's done. So we're waiting on some more dirt for that second house down there, and a little more behind that third house right there. And that's pretty much going to be it for all the back and stuff. Like I say, we still got to do something with where the transformer is at up there. So that's my new fuel cap for right now. I left the other one hanging evidently when I put fuel in it earlier, and it must have got caught in the track and must have run over it, and buried it or something other, because I hadn't found it. I walked around, I don't see it anywhere. So we got a bucket of it. But anyway, I'll have to order another fuel cap. So I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.